Hey team, what's going on? Hey, I wanted to give a shout out here to I was talking to Melody and she was telling me what was going on, and I'm reading stuff on Band app, and I'm thinking, holy crud, if there's ever been an example of you're one recruit away from an explosion, Venti and Kaylee, what the heck? That is awesome. Man, 20,000 total premium plus in 1 week. In 1 week. Hey, if there's two people that definitely deserve it, you two are the people that definitely deserve it. You guys are awesome anyways. You're awesome people, awesome family, just like everyone on this particular team. Hey, this should be an inspiration to everyone that you just got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. Now, so proud of you guys. Let me just say this, though. Venti, Kaylee, I think you already know this. I'm going to just tell you this. And if you were coaching a game right now, you're down by 6. You're not ahead. You are down by 6. That's the attitude you got to have going in. You're down by 6, 2 minutes to go. Time to push. Time to put it all on the line. Time to just lay it all out there, leave nothing on the court. This is the time to step up. Momentum's in your favor. Push it, drive it, kill it, keep on going. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And for all the rest, I want to encourage you also, because things change that quick in the business. That quick. Very, very quickly. All right? And so what an encouragement. This is totally awesome. Hey, I want to tell one little story. That I was listening to Eric Olson the other day. I was on a call with the Synergy team, and Eric Olson was doing training. Eric Olson, if you don't know him, he's one of the top guys in the company. Jay and Ronnie, I really follow a lot of the business practices. They're good friends with him. Jay spoke in a couple of his events, and Eric Olson's going to be speaking in the upcoming Elite Circle, I believe, for us. Hopefully. I'm not sure, but that would be awesome if he is. Incredible individual leader, multiple time MVP in the company. Look, so he told this story the other day about the fact that he had an agent on his team, and this agent on his team had someone else on her team. He was an agent, young man in his 20s. He was on the team for about 3 months. During that time, ran an appointment with his mom, got his mom set up. Anyways, he ended up quitting, like a lot of people do in the business, because they just don't stick with it. And about 2 years later, he ended up in a serious, unexpected automobile accident and then ended up dead. His mom calls up the agent, says, hey, I know you worked with him and everything. I need to find out, what did he get set up for a policy, because this is what happened. And the agent thought, oh. And she looked back and she said, oh, I'm so sorry, but he doesn't have anything. There was nothing set up. And the mom, who had set something up herself, said, what do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't have anything? And she said, well, he said at the time he couldn't afford it. We went to set him up and he said he couldn't afford it. He could. And she goes, what do you mean he couldn't afford it? I mean, he's like in his 20s. Can't you even just do a term policy on a 20-something-year-old for like $12 to $15 a month? What do you mean he couldn't afford it? Why didn't you help my son? And she said, well, I'm so sorry, but he couldn't. And the mom directed and said about 5 different times during the call, isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you do? Why didn't you do what it is you do? That's what you do. Why didn't you help my son? Each one of us has a responsibility right now. There's calls that we need to make. There's messages that we need to send. There's people that we're not giving them the opportunity to tell us no. There's people that have told us no or have put us off, and we need to go back to them now, because it's that important. You know what? You don't want anything from people. That's not what it is. That's the attitude that we have a lot of times. Oh, I hate to ask people. It's because they're like, what do you want from me? We don't want anything from them, but we do want something for them. We want them to be in a situation where they never have to have a phone call like that, where they never have to be in a situation knowing that we could have put something in place and we didn't, where they're never in a situation where they need long-term care, or they need help, or they need specialized care in their home, and they don't have that set up for them, where they don't have the coverage that's there, where suddenly you're faced with having to stick somebody in a convalescent home where you're not even sure if they're going to be taken care of at all. You can't keep them at home. You can't get nursing care. You can't get any of those things because you can't afford it, because the very simple things that could have been set up, the phone call was never made. Everyone deserves the opportunity to tell you no, and now is the better time than ever. Right now, we're going to end up in what we call holiday season, holiday time. And people have a tendency to shut down. You know what? This is not the time to shut down. These are the times when people start thinking the most about people that they miss, people that used to be in their family that are now gone. This is when people get the most sentimental. This is when people start thinking about life more than anything else. Now's the time to sit down. Don't worry about the money. We got to get things approved anyways. They don't have to do it with cash. We're not even submitting with cash. That can be in January. But start sitting down, setting up the appointments, start talking about life, getting the application and process, getting things moving. Because you know what? This is what we do. This is what we do. And let me tell you this. The reason that we're not having the success maybe that we haven't had and we need to have is not because we don't have the goods. It's not because we don't have the companies. It's not because we don't have the best deals. It's not because we don't even know what we're doing. Because like any game and like any successful anything, it's at least 70 to 90% mental, and the rest is fundamental. It's all in our head. And the conversations that we're having in our head will make us know whether or not we're going to move forward today. So this team, being led at the moment by some fantastic activity by Venti and Kaylee. So proud of you guys. Hey, let's all move and let's push the pedal to the metal, change some lives, including your own. You guys are ready to kill it. Let's do it. Take care now.